They mocked her. They laughed at her swollen belly, whispered behind her back, and judged her without mercy. To them, she was just a desperate woman, claiming a husband no one had ever seen. But when she stood in front of the judge, trembling yet unbroken, a truth began to unfold. A truth no one in that courtroom was ready for. This is her story. Please, if you're new and haven't subscribed to this channel, do well to hit the subscription button to always get notified anytime there's new upload. In the small town of Fairgrove, gossip spread faster than fire on dry grass. Elena Marquez, 24 years old, walked through the marketplace with her head down, one hand resting on her belly. Some women whispered, "Look at her. She says she's married, but where's her husband?" Others snickered. "She probably doesn't even know who the father is." The laughter stung more than the hunger in her stomach. Elena worked nights cleaning offices, saving every cent for the baby growing inside her, but the cruel words followed her everywhere. To them, she was a liar, a girl trying to cover shame with a story of a husband who was away on business. It wasn't long before the whispers turned into something bigger. One afternoon, Elena received a letter, a court summons. Her late father's relatives, angry that Elena was claiming rights to the family property, accused her of fabricating her marriage. They told the court she's pregnant out of wedlock and lying about her husband to steal inheritance. Elena's heart sank. The court date was set. She had no lawyer, no money, and no husband by her side. The day of the hearing arrived. The courthouse was packed. Elena entered, clutching her old handbag, belly showing beneath her simple dress. Her relatives sat smirking. One woman whispered loud enough for the room to hear, "Watch her story crumble. She has no husband." The judge, stern and watchful, looked over the case file. "Ms. Marquez, you claim to be married. Do you have proof?" Elena's lips trembled. "Yes, Your Honor, but..." She hesitated. Her marriage certificate was missing. Her family had destroyed it. The room erupted in laughter. Elena spoke with a steady voice, even as tears threatened. "My husband exists. He is real. He is away because of his work. Please, do not punish my child for the cruelty of others." The judge leaned forward. "Then tell us, who is this husband of yours? Where is he?" Elena hesitated again. If she spoke his name, the truth could put both of them in danger. Her relatives shouted, "She's lying! She doesn't even know the father!" The judge silenced them with his gavel. "Elena, this court will uncover the truth." That night, Elena sat alone in her small apartment. She opened a drawer and pulled out a stack of hidden letters, each one written in neat handwriting, sealed with a crest no one in Fairgrove had ever seen before. The letters were from her husband, but not just any man. The man she had married in secret was powerful, respected, and dangerous to name. In the last letter, he wrote, "If they ever question you, hold on. Truth always rises in time, and when it does, they will regret mocking you." Elena pressed the letter to her chest. She knew the storm was only beginning. The second day of trial was worse. Her relatives brought witnesses, neighbors who claimed they had never seen Elena's husband. One man sneered, "She walks alone at night. She's hiding her shame with lies." The courtroom laughed again. The judge remained quiet, studying Elena carefully. Then he said something that silenced the room. "This court will conduct an official investigation into your husband's identity." Gasps filled the air. Elena's hands shook. She knew the truth was about to explode, whether she was ready or not. The judge ordered an official inquiry. Court officers were instructed to trace the identity of Elena's supposed husband. For days, whispers filled the town. Some mocked louder. She'll be exposed soon. Others wondered, why does she look so calm if she's lying? Elena walked the streets with quiet strength, though her heart raced every time she thought of the truth hidden in her letters. She wasn't just married. She was married to a man whose name alone carried weight, a man everyone in that courtroom would recognize if spoken aloud. On the third day of the trial, as Elena prepared to enter the courthouse, she noticed black cars parked outside. Men in sharp suits stepped out, scanning the crowd. The townsfolk whispered nervously, "Who are they? They don't look like locals." Elena's eyes widened. She recognized the insignia on the car doors, the same crest that sealed her husband's letters. Her heart pounded. He sent them. He knows I'm in danger. Inside the courtroom, her relatives were confident. They smirked as their lawyer declared, "Your Honor, this woman has no husband. She is a fraud, attempting to secure property she does not deserve." The judge adjusted his glasses and looked at Elena. "Ms. Marquez, this court has requested official records. We await your explanation." Before Elena could answer, the doors opened. The room gasped as one. One of the suited men walked forward, handing the judge an envelope. "This," the man said firmly, "comes from the office of Elena's husband." The courtroom erupted in murmurs. The judge opened the envelope slowly. Inside was a marriage certificate, authenticated with a government seal, along with identification papers. The name written there stunned everyone. Elena's husband was Daniel Cortez, a respected federal judge known for dismantling corruption rings and feared by powerful elites. The courtroom froze. Her relatives' faces turned pale. The same judge presiding over the trial looked at Elena with shock. "You are Judge Cortez's wife?" Elena nodded, tears brimming in her eyes. "Yes, Your Honor." The courtroom exploded. Gasps, whispers, and even shouts. Those who mocked her now shrank in their seats. Elena's relatives were furious. "This can't be true. Why would a man like him marry her?" But the suited man stepped forward again, holding a signed statement from Judge Cortez himself. In it, Daniel confirmed his marriage to Elena and explained his absence. He had been under government protection while prosecuting a dangerous case. The judge presiding over the trial banged his gavel to restore order. "The evidence is clear. Elena is not only married, she is the wife of one of the most respected men in our nation. This court will not tolerate further slander against her." Elena's relatives trembled, their lawyers speechless. The judge turned to them sharply. "You tried to strip her dignity, her inheritance, and her honor. Instead, you have exposed your cruelty before the law." The courtroom grew silent. The same people who mocked Elena's pregnancy now bowed their heads in shame. Some even whispered apologies as she walked past, holding her belly with quiet dignity. Later that evening, a press conference was broadcast nationwide. Judge Daniel Cortez appeared, his stern face on every screen. He spoke clearly. "To those who mocked my wife, know this: her strength humbles me. She endured slander and humiliation with courage, while I fought battles in silence. She is not just my wife, she is the mother of my child, and she deserves respect." Elena watched from her small apartment, tears streaming down her cheeks. For the first time in months, she felt the weight of mockery lift from her shoulders. The story of Elena spread far beyond Fairgrove. People repeated her tale as a warning. Never judge a woman by appearances. Never mock what you do not understand. Her child was born months later, healthy and strong. At the hospital, some of the same women who once mocked her now brought gifts and whispered blessings. She forgave them, though she never forgot the pain of their laughter. They mocked her pregnancy. They whispered, they laughed, they accused. But when the truth was revealed, that she was the wife of a man greater than they could imagine, their laughter turned to silence. This is not just Elena's story. It is a reminder. Behind every struggle, behind every tear, lies a truth that can change everything. And sometimes, the very people you mock are the ones chosen to carry a destiny far greater than your understanding.
Share your thoughts about Elena, the husband, or even the family members. Share your lesson for this story. If you haven't liked this video, or even subscribe, hit the subscription button now. This is Innocent Files.